Hi, Steve here. This has taken almost a year to get these extra features put into the EasyBet bot. We've come across hurdles after hurdles, but Michael stuck to it, and finally he's got these 3 big improvements added into the bot now. So we've got an EasyBet bot Deluxe. The Deluxe bot does everything you've just seen, if you've been up on top of the page, that the normal bot does, but the 3 main features that EasyBet Bot Deluxe does: it has a new floating Dutch window, it has load selections with using CSV, so you can load multiple selections using a CSV or Excel file, and it has now all the main markets that Betfair has on to offer, and also drill deep down into those markets, all the sub-markets. Now, the EasyBet bot has soccer, greyhounds, horse racing and cricket, but now the Deluxe bot carries every market that Betfair's got going, every major market including esports, etc., is now available if you go for the Deluxe version. So a big improvement. You still get all of this, which is your EasyBet bot functions, but also now you get these integrated with some of those. So you can use the programmed bet on your volleyball, motorsports, horse, boxing. All of that can be done. So you can use this with all of these other sports as well. But now let's just quickly have a look at the 2 new functions, which is the Dutching one and the load selections with a CSV file. Okay, let's look at the Dutch file. Now the Dutch file is on a nice floating base, so it can be moved around the screen if you like. And the good thing is it can be used with any of these sports here. So at the moment here I've got the quarterfinals for the Australian rules, Geelong versus Greater Western Sydney, and we can go and Dutch the first goal scorers. So what we can do here is we can sort, as you can see here, we can sort to bring the shortest priced player up there, and we know what we're going to be doing. So we can say we want Jeremy, Tom Hawkins, Jesse Hogan, Harry, and we don't want any other. So we just say maybe we want those 4, and we want to stake $10 or £10. Let's use pounds. We want to stake £10 on them. So there you see now we can see how much we need to put on each, how much we're going to spend. We know we're going to spend £10, and all we need to do, if we're happy with these, is click submit. If we're not sure if the market's moving around, we can go to live odds. If the market's moving around, we can put, say in the offset here, we might want to put 5, 5, 5. And what we're doing here is, if this price, say if 9.40 is not available, the bet will still go on if it's up to 5 ticks below that. So it could be down to as low as 8.90 and it would still take the bet. If you don't allow offsets, what you do is you miss the chance that you may get 3 of these and miss one of them, and that would be disappointing if that's the one that kicks the goal. So while you may sacrifice a little bit here, but if this one's coming in, some of these are drifting out. So it swings and roundabouts, if you know what I mean. So all you need to do now is, if you want this bet, you can either bet it instantly, or you can bet pre-play and put a seconds. You might want 300 seconds before the official bounce down. That's what you may want to do and go into pre-play, or you may just want to say, right, I'm going to take these odds, go into instant, click submit, and then bingo. I'll just do that now. Submit, yes. And now if we go to schedule bets, well, you can see down the bottom there's our bets there going through, being filled. Okay, and there we are, we're on now. We've got money onto this one ready to go. So that is, and then we go to schedule bets, and it shows us what our bets are that are scheduled. Also, you can still, as I said, use the program bets as well. But in the Dutch bets, it does all of these, does the greyhounds, the horses, everything that you've got, multiple cricket and all that. So you can use the Dutching, and of course the most popular is in soccer. You could use it on correct score. For example, you could do 5 or 6 of your correct scores and Dutch them that way. So the good thing with the correct score market here, there's not much in it, £28, so we can click sort, and there's the correct scores at the moment. So if we wanted to, we could just bring the chart over, sort by score, and then we can Dutch our score lines what we like, and we have the choice of betting to a stake, or we could say we want to make £10 profit, so we can go to there and it will come up. There's the £10 profit, and there's the bets, there's the staking that we would be putting on these score lines. Click submit, and we would have our Dutch bet placed for us, ready for action. That's how quick the Dutching tool is, and as I said, you've got the live odds and you've got the offsets here. Please use the offsets if you want to guarantee to get your Dutches done if you're doing them instantly. Okay, so the next thing I want to show you is let's have a look at how to use the CSV and Excel options. So this is where we go to load selections, and we come up with another pop-up screen. Now on the left hand side here, this is where we put the CSV into the bot to do the betting, and on the right hand side, this is where we actually import a CSV. If we go to horse racing wins, we can import the next 24 hours of all the horse racing that Betfair is covering. So if we click on the CSV now and open this file, this will have all the horse racing for about the next 24 hours. So we've got Haydock mixed up with Australian harness racing, South African racing, back to the UK, into France. So there's a fair range of it, and we can adjust these figures, alter them, and then we can export 100 lines of these. So that's 100 horses or 100 dogs back up into Excel. Back into the bot. Let's just, for example, we'll keep it very simple. We've got this Haydock race there. So what we can do is we can go down and delete all the other races. So that's right up to Wexford tomorrow. Delete those. Okay, so we're only looking at this race here at Haydock, and we can change the backing type. We can change to lay or back, and we can change the stake. At the moment it's 10p. We might want to make it £1 or $1. Then we're in the win market. Don't change this, because if you want to do the place market, there's a separate download for the place market. And then we've got the minimum price that we'll accept and the maximum price. Well, we may be looking for 3. Between 3, so we can just pull those down, and say 7. So what this will mean is that it's going to look for, when this race comes up, it's going to look for any horses between 3 and 7, and it will back them for £1. Okay, so we've got this here now, and then we save it. Always keep in mind that it's got to be saved as a CSV file. Okay, so it must be saved as a CSV file, and then once it's done, you've got to close it, and we can now import. Just move this all over the place here. We can now import it into the bot. So we go to the correct heading, which is horses CSV. This is our one at the top here. Click open, and we'll see now it's populated. This is the Haydock race coming up. Here's the minimum odds we're going to take is 3, the maximum odds is going to be 7, and our stake is 1. We can change it here. We can change the staking in here. We can change anything in here, but it's just a lot slower. If you want to make changes, it's better if you change them in the Excel first. But you can change them. You can change the action here, which you can't do in the Excel. You can change to keep, cancel, or take SP. You can change the seconds here if you want them 20. This is going to happen 20 seconds before the off, and we have play or pre-play. We always suggest use pre-play. We have the offset. The offset is how many ticks will accept under the, so it'll try and get, if it's 3, it'll try and get 3, but you say if you have 5 in there, it will go down to 290. It'll go 5 ticks below what the minimum price is. I've just got 1 as the offset there. Minimum matched, well, if you want to bet in races that have got a lot of money, then you would put, say, $1 million or something in there if you're doing UK racing. Minimum runners, well, we've got between 1 and 25, but you can, if you specifically want 7 to 14 or something like that, this is where you change them. So once you've done all that, then you come down to the submit to schedule, and if we click on that, what will happen now is that those selections, if we come into scheduled bets, there are those selections all there waiting to be activated. Now this is just one race I've just shown you here, but you can do, as I said, 100 horses at a time, so you may go through that list and pull out the horses that you want to bet. It just means you can put them all on at once instead of using, say, the place program bet one, which is still quite quick. If you're only going to do 10 or 12 horses or 15 horses in a day, it's best to use the program bet because it's so much, you're not, by the time you go through and do it, it's quicker to use this button. But if you're doing lots of bets, the load selections is the way to go. And also you can use it in the correct score, the under and over. So you might, one that I liked here is in the football, is going in the under and over 2.5 and just taking the one that's over 2. So you're taking the odd side, you know, the underdog in the 2 to 2.5 overs. And I find that if you do, you know, 5 hours or 6 hours of those, if you're in profit, great. If you're not, then the next 5 or 6 hours go increase the stake to from 1 to 2 and see how you go. It's surprising how many of the underdog 2.5 wins at some good prices. So it has some 350s, so you get some good price winners. So that is how you use the sample, the CSV. So you can do greyhounds, you can do soccer, you can do win, place, or in the soccer you can do correct score, under and over 2.5, under and over 1.5, and matched odds. So plenty for you to use this for. There's a full, in the tutorial, if you take the Easy Bet bot, it's all there for you to understand exactly how to use this feature here. So that brings it a wrap up of the 3 new features that are available only in the Deluxe version. So I think for the upsell, for the small increase in price to go to the Deluxe version, it's well and truly worth it. So on behalf of Michael and myself, Steve, thanks for watching this video, and we hope you get involved in the Easy Bet Bot Deluxe. Thank you.